Hi, Colin here from King Motors. You've clicked the link to our 2017 BMW 330e Hybrid M Sport. What a beautiful car. I don't need to tell you much about it. What we're going to do, I'm going to take you for a quick spin around in the car, let you see what it's like, show you the inside, how it drives, all that kind of stuff. But another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to point out these cars are way cheaper to own than people think. And under the current circumstances, most of us luckily will go back to work, but we're not going on holidays this year. If you ever promised yourself a car like this and you wanted something like this, is the time to do it. The difference between this car per week and per month and a normal car is the price of a night out in the pub, which realistically we won't be doing this year. So I'll just place here the actual price to own this car by the month. Here we are out driving the 330 M Sport E. The first thing you're struck by is just the car itself. Every single place, everything you touch, everything is just perfect. Everything's in the right spot. Your driving position is perfect. It's so adjustable. It's almost as good as a 5 Series, which for me is high praise because I think that's perfection. It's super adjustable in terms of you've got tilt, lumbar, everything. You're just always in the right position in the car. Then you go on to the actual quality of everything that's in here. You can tell, you can see the lovely interior in it, but everything, all the bezels, you have a nice little blue swish through all of it, all the way around, and follows all the way around the dash. We've got bezeled aluminium put in onto the dash itself and into the doors and stuff, and it's just detail. It's everywhere, down to the black headliner. Like the black headliner on these, again, it's an expensive option on them, and it's not something that's included when you're buying them new. The steering wheel is the beautiful M steering wheel. The actual car's driving dynamics, we've an 8-speed ZF gearbox, which is an absolute work of art. It lends for incredible performance, but it also puts itself in a position for amazing fuel economy. So between the petrol engine, the electric engine, and the gearbox, like, the potential for economy is bananas in these. BMW maintain with these cars that if you can plug it in at work, plug it in at home, I think it does 25 kilometers of pure electric range. You'll effectively never use any fuel. So much so, there's a special procedure for opening the fuel tank in these fellas. You have to press the button and wait for a second for it to decompress. Basically, they have to seal the fuel even tighter in these because you have the potential of never using the fuel. Like you can go months without putting any fuel in it, so they have to seal it a bit tighter so it doesn't evaporate. It's just a fabulous thing. The gearbox itself is a beautiful thing. As I say, you're always in the right gear for performance, and we have a sports mode on the gearbox where you can slide it across, and you get paddle shifters then as well. So it's really dynamic. But my main thing I always say about all of these plug-in hybrids and particularly plug-in hybrids now, I must say, they're totally uncompromised. There's nothing, they haven't done anything. There's nothing in this car where you can go, oh, they had to hold it back, or the boot's tiny, small. Nothing is different, really. Like, the boot is ever so slightly smaller, but you'd want to have one beside the other to notice the gap, to notice the difference. The way it drives is perfect. You've epic performance in the car because the torque figure is just so huge, and you've unbelievable fuel economy in it. Then as well, it handles it. You don't feel any extra weight. Like, this is future stuff. Like, I'm in the motor trade a long time. I grew up in the motor trade, and I've been around every type of car. You think you know what fast cars are and all that kind of stuff, and I can tell you hand on heart that these plug-in hybrids have redefined my opinion of what's fast, because it's just such effortless performance. And again, you tie it into the fact that you're not down to 12 mpg and stuff like you would be in another car with this kind of torque. Like, big V8 things make this level of torque, and then there's a massive cost to running those types of cars. This doesn't have any of that. So that's enough about the car. About us ourselves during this period of time, the distance selling, everything can be done at a distance and online, down to applying for finance. You can do it all online. So everything can be done, at a distance. The cars will all be disinfected, all that kind of stuff, and scrubbed. But you can do everything by getting in touch with us. And for us ourselves, we're an SIMI dealer first and foremost. Secondly, we're an AA approved dealer, which is a huge feather in our cap. So it means this car will come with 12 months AA warranty, and you have the option to extend it up to 2 years. It'll get a full service from us, and we mean a full service. The car won't want anything. Should it need anything after the fact, we missed it, and we'd retroactively do it for you. And other than that, we've a mountain of good reviews and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully the video made your decision to come and see us a little bit easier. And if you have any questions or any queries in the meantime, and you're not sure about this, you just want to, you know, pick my brain, feel free to send us an email or give us a call. So yeah, with that in mind, I'm going to finish up the video. And just before I do that, I'm going to say, if you like the sort of content that we're creating on this, or you just like the cut of our jib and possibly want to buy off us eventually, press the subscribe button, because every single car we have will be getting a good in-depth video like this with a good review, all that kind of stuff. So with that in mind, thanks for watching our video. We appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll see you soon.